Hello, hello. Here we are. Another, hopefully, you'll think very, very cool story. I love the story. It's called Clancy, the Courageous Cow. Do you know what courageous means? Or the word courage? Courage is in that word courageous. Courage. Some people think strong because they see the cow, and that would be a picture clue. But actually, courageous means that you're brave, that you're brave about something. This is Clancy here. He's an all black cow. He says, "That's me," and he's holding up this Hereford cow. They call Clancy's kind of cow, usually they're black and white like this, and they call them belted Galloways because they have a white belt or white fur all the way around their middle. But you notice Clancy? No belt. And these are Herefords. They're mixed of brown and white. Well, let's see what our story tells us. Latchy Hume is the author and illustrator of this story. And here we go. Clancy the Courageous Cow. And then we get to what page is this? Our title page. Very good. Clancy was born on a stormy day, a day of great disappointment for his parents. You see, they belonged to a herd of belted Galloways, but Clancy had no belt. He was beltless, no belt. Wonder why? Sometimes people, animals, are just made different than others. As Clancy grew up, all the other cows treated him like an outcast. An outcast means like he didn't belong. So he's over here by himself, and they're all over here. Imagine being beltless, that cow says. Does it really matter? Have they found out if he's nice, if he's friendly, if he's helpful? They're just judging him because he doesn't have a white belt around him. Clancy tried hard to give himself a belt. He rolled in the snow, but it soon melted off. He tied a bandage around his middle, but it gave him a tummy ache. He says, "I feel sick." He sprinkled sugar on his coat, but the ants drove him crazy. He even painted a white stripe around himself, but it washed off in the rain. Clancy was different, and nothing could be done about it. Nevertheless, his parents loved him dearly. Sure they do. They don't mind that he's different. They say, poor Clancy. They want him to have friends. The belted Galloways lived on poor grass. See how it's not as rich looking, as green and strong like that? And they were all skinny. The field next to them was full of rich grass and fat Herefords. So they have some really good grass on this side of the fence. They don't have such good grass. They are big and strong from eating the good, healthy grass. Them, not so much. The Herefords held the grazing rights to their field since they'd won the cow wrestling contest, which was held once a year. Ding, 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 1, 2, 3, he's down. Oh, the grazing rights, the eating rights, the ability to go where they want to eat. So every year they win because they eat the good grass and they're strong to win the wrestling contest. It goes in a circle. The Herefords grew big and strong on the rich grass, so they always won the contest. This gave them the grazing rights for yet another year. So you see how they're eating the good grass, they're eating the yucky old grass. Each time it comes around, he wins. They get the yucky grass, they get the good grass. How's that going to change unless somebody stands up and says something? Some nights the belted Galloways tried to sneak into the Herefords' field to graze, but their white belts always glowed in the dark and gave them away. This guy says, "Get out of here." Dumb Herefords. I don't like that word so much. I usually say silly Herefords. One night, Clancy slipped into the Herefords' field and tried his luck, and nobody chased him out. He was invisible in the dark. Why do you think Clancy is invisible? They can't see him. Yeah, no white stripe. See anything? Nah, they've finally given up. This guy says, oh, good job, Clancy. You made it in. Well, what's going to happen if Clancy gets in there every night? Yeah, he's getting that good grass. What's that going to do for him? Yeah, I think you're predicting a good thought there. The next night, as Clancy ate, he bumped into another cow. Boop. Who is that? Asked Clancy. I am Helga, answered the cow. I am a totally brown Hereford. Like Clancy, Helga had always been picked on because she was different. What's different about her? Oh yeah, she said she's all brown, right? And most of her kind are white and brown. Should they treat her differently? No, of course not. Clancy and Helga hit it off immediately. That means they got along right away. They hit it off immediately. And they grazed together every night. They eat together every night. Do you feel like they're good friends probably because they're both different in their own groups? Yeah. At first, only Clancy's mom and dad noticed how big he was getting. Then one day he bumped into the president of the Belted Galloways and sent her flying. She was about to bawl him out, yell at him. She started to bawl him out, then stopped in amazement. Clancy was enormous, super big. Oh my goodness, surely a cow as big as this could win the cow wrestling contest. Uh-huh. The very important Belted Galloways decided that being beltless was not such a bad thing, and that Clancy would represent the herd at the cow wrestling contest. They say, make us proud, Clancy. Well, I'm glad that they're recognizing him now, but it seems as though they only cared about him now because he's big and strong and can help them all. But that's okay. Sometimes we realize when we're making mistakes and you make a change, and that's a start to making things better. Several retired wrestlers trained Clancy and taught him their favorite holds and maneuvers, different wrestling moves, the cud cruncher, the hindquarter drop, the ruminator, the helicopter, the cow whisperer, and the windmill. We saw that on the cover, the windmill. On the day of the match, Clancy pinned his opponent in record time and won the contest. Ding, 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 we have a new champion! Yay! What does that mean? Clancy won. What does that mean for his group? You got it. Now it was time for the Belted Galloways to enjoy the rich, yummy grass. They began to chase the Herefords out of the field. Suddenly a voice rang out. It was Clancy. Stop! Helga stood next to Clancy. This situation has gone on for too long, said Clancy. Black, white, or brown, we are all cows. I say we pull down the fence and be cows together. Think that's a good idea? I mean, they finally get to have the yummy grass. They haven't had it forever. But if we keep only having one group get the good stuff or have the rights to good things, is that fair to everybody then? No. After a little while, the Belted Galloways and the Herefords began to get along very well. There was plenty of grass for everybody. Kind of seems fair for everybody, doesn't it? Yeah. And everybody will be healthy. And then Clango was born on a sunny day. Here's Clango. A day of great joy for her parents. What's different about Clango? Yes, she has 3 colors, white, brown, and black. One color, 2 colors, 2 colors, 3 colors. Oh, should they treat Clango differently because she looks different? No, of course not. Because doesn't matter what you look like. you should all be treated fairly, right? I hope you enjoyed my story. I like to think about this story and think about Dr. Martin Luther King and how he wanted things to be fair for everybody, that it didn't matter what color you were or whether you have stripes or not stripes, that everybody should be treated fairly. I hope you enjoyed that story. See you soon.